This 26 Sports and CCTV high school football presentation is brought to you by Cadillac Casting Incorporated.
All right, welcome back to second half action here from Cadillac's Veteran Memorial Stadium. Dan Gussert along with Bill Dooley bringing you the action between the Alpena Wildcats and the Cadillac Vikings. 7-7 tie here as we start the third quarter. And both teams have been keeping it predominantly on the ground. A few passes here and there mixed in, but it's been a running game. Cole Flint will kick off for the Vikings. Left foots it.
Away from Guthrie.
Yep, and taken there by number 11, and he's met hard by number 40 for Cadillac. That is Colin Johnston, the freshman. Oh, wow.
Now number 44 also for the Vikings. Isaac Haid on that tackle also. Nice job special teams for the Vikings, boys.
That was Cody Bertrand on the return for the Alpena Wildcats.
So the last time Alpena had the ball with time really on the clock, not counting that few seconds there before halftime, just some strong running to their right, which will be coming at our camera view here. We'll see if that continues.
So Sims with the full backfield. He puts it up the middle, and it's still going to Schultz, number 7.
Yeah, that went up the middle right away. And
did he bounce it a little bit?
Yeah, he just bounced behind some players. Nobody was able to get an arm on him at the line of scrimmage. He finally ended up with about a 12-yard gain there.
So the sticks will be moved right off the bat. And one thing Alpena has been doing, Dan, is they've been using their three backs and doing a good job, not just handing off to Logan Guthrie all the time.
Yeah, I think George Pilarski, that junior center for Alpena, did a nice job on maintaining his block.
There's a give to Guthrie on the right side. He has 4 hard-earned yards there where he is tackled by, I want to see first one up, looks like 50. That's Mario Cerna, and then number 66, Kyle Perry, was in on that also. 77 checking in. That's Ryan Warner for the Vikings, a sophomore. Dan, they've got sophomores and freshmen making contributions. I mean, we're calling Noah Cochran. We're calling several of the youngsters. Colin Johnston with a good run, and then a big hit on special teams. There's Sheldon on the left side.
He picks up probably 5 yards. I think he gets to just shy of midfield on that carry.
Cerna and Warner also in on that tackle.
This is kind of a big play for the Viking defense right here because they really were not able to slow down Alpena late in that second quarter.
Right. They're sitting at a 3rd and 3 here.
They don't want to give Alpena another 4, 5, 6 minute possession here.
Sims gives it up the middle. Logan. Guthrie's got the first down.
Yeah, I'd say he's got it.
Yep. That was just a good hard run right over the middle.
Yeah, once again going left right there behind Pilarski and number 65, Wyatt Romero. And we'll have to get a number one other. Are we measuring this, Bill? Yeah, we're getting the chains out. Here they come out onto the field. While we do that, why don't we do our player profile here early in the third quarter. Number 50 for Cadillac Vikings here.
Just made 2 tackles.
Number 50, Mario Cerna, senior. Mario's parents are Myrna. I'm not sure how to say your last name, Myrna. Cavazos. Sorry about that. And stepdad Ferdinando Castillo. Siblings are Alexia Cerno, Ignacio Cerno, Jeremy Andrew Fernando Jr. Castillo. Mario runs track in the springtime and likes to lift weights in his spare time. His favorite athlete is another quarterback here for Dallas Cowboys, Dak Prescott. And we'll give you a little more of that as Alpena's hurry to the line here, Bill.
Okay, from the 48-yard line, we got 4th down and 1. Big play here for the Cadillac defense. There's a handoff to Sheldon. Sheldon's got the first down, and Morty broke into the secondary. He's at the 20, the 50, and the 10. He'll go into the end zone. Touchdown, Bob Sheldon for the Wildcats.
Bob's second TD of the game here. That one on a 48-yard run, Bill.
And Sheldon is the senior, 5'9", 160, and he just showed some breakaway speed there, Dan.
And that's kind of, sometimes you see that on 4th and inches. Everybody's up close to the line of scrimmage trying to prevent the first down, and if you can get past that initial defensive player, you can go a long way, and Alpena strikes quickly here.
Good blocking by Pilarski and Romero. They
unable to convert the PAT. It's blocked right there.
So the score will be 13-7 with 9:53 left here in the third quarter, and you can finish up.
Yeah, by the way, that was Cerno that blocked that PAT. So we'll finish that up right now. Congratulations to Mario there. He is our third quarter player profile here. And certainly congratulations to him on blocking that PAT attempt. Mario, when he heads out of high school, would like to pursue architecture after high school. Congratulations to him for being one of our player profiles tonight. And a big play right there. How about that for timing?
Yes, one of 7 seniors for the Vikings this year. We'll try and get their names in right now. Our seniors are Ethan Pritchard, number 65, number 60, Owen Klaus, 55, Ryan Cox, 50, Mario Cerna, 43, Matthew Green, 26, David Platt Jr., and number 9, Cole Flint. Those are the 7 seniors for the Cadillac Vikings this year.
We also want to mention our other truck up in Lake City tonight. Jeff Castillo's up there. We got word that at last we knew Lake City was up 21-7 in the battle of 2 unbeaten teams in the Highland Conference.
New coach up there for Mant this year, Eric Solani, has taken over the reins. So congratulations to Eric on that head coaching job. And I think Trevor is still, he would be a junior this year, his son, and he's a dynamic player.
Yeah, they got a whole bunch of new coaches up there. They got a assistant coach in Kevin McGrew. I believe it's Kevin. Hopefully I'm getting that right.
Matthew Green almost turned it outside, but he had a nice run back up to the 28, and once again they're hitting those low line shots, and it's hard to pick those up.
Yeah, Mr. McGrew is the nephew, if I'm getting my stories right here, Bill, of a young man that I went to college with. I guess he's not too young anymore, and that would be Dan McGrew. Nice to see that those families get together.
He's coaching with Eric?
Yeah, Kevin is. He's stepped into the middle school position, teaching up there and coaching some JV football.
All right, it is a first down and a short gain, maybe 1 yard up the middle. Not sure if that was Isaac Hyde. We'll have to see when the pile unfolds. It'll be 2nd down and 9 for the Vikings. I want to give a shout out to Tyler Hamilton. Tyler, who was with the Cadillac school system, took the principal job in Lake City. So
congratulations to him.
Congratulations to Tyler. He was very active with the Cadillac football program, and I'm sure he still follows them on 26 Sports. Keeper here by Baker on the right side. Gets a couple yards, but nice job there by number 30, Zach Sujak.
If you're watching tonight's game here on 26 Sports and CCTV, we want to let everybody know it's being rebroadcast tomorrow at 4 o'clock. We also want to let
Which is which day, Dan?
September
15th.
15th, yep. Want to let everybody know that next week the trucks are back here at Cadillac High School. Godwin Heights comes to town, and our other game next week being covered is Marion versus Mesick at Mesick. That's 8-man football.
3rd down and 4 for the Vikings.
Nice
Baker,
cut.
There's a fumble. I see the ball on the ground. It looks like it's picked up by the Vikings.
I think the Vikings get the first down out of that.
Did he pitch that at the last second?
I don't know if it was a pitch or popped out of his hand, Bill. It was right in the seam of the glass. That's where I'm behind up here in the press box.
Well, it was a fortunate bounce or pitch,
Jordan
whatever
Schultz
it was.
gets that recovery, and way to be heads up. No, that would not be Jordan Schultz.
It would have been Cadillac. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Was it?
Maybe Jordan Schultz with the tackle on that.
Could have been with the tackle. So the Vikings now get a little bit of breathing room. Here's a pitch out wide to Cochran. Cochran keeps his feet moving with a 3 or 4 yard gain. He's been impressive so far.
That was a great cutback. He just kind of has a way to to set up the defender before that tackle happens, and you can't really teach that.
Yep. 2nd and 7. Cochran had the only touchdown for the Vikings back in the second quarter.
That was on a big 24-yard run.
Split out wide is Logan Wild.
A little different look right here out the Viking offense.
Yeah. Baker is wrapped up there by 44, Dan. Who is that big 44? That's a Noah Condon. 6'3", 290, just swallowed him up. That's hard to do against Baker.
Tips saying, Coach, let's not call that one again.
That's right.
You know what? Vikings come up with a little different look there, and Alpena was not fooled by it at all. That's probably something they've seen in the week's work getting ready for this game, and a nice job by their team to recognize what they thought Cadillac might do out of that.
When you've got two defensive linemen, one over 300, the other one right under 300, that takes up a lot of space on that left side. All right, the Vikings with a 3rd and 7. Back to passes. Baker, he's got a man wide open. And he turned the wrong way. Actually, the pass was behind him. Same thing happened earlier in the first half. It was intended for Logan Wild. The first pass was a little short. This one turned him around a little bit. Oh boy, did he! That was 6, I think.
That's one of those ones. It's easy to see up here how wide open that is. Down on the field, certainly for Tip Baker, you can't really tell how wide open your receiver is there. But that'll bring up 4th and 8.
Yep. So the Vikings are back in a punt formation, trying to get the number here. Dan, who's punting for the Vikes? It might be Cole Flint. Oh, he just barely got it away, and he got a good one. It hits, bounces all the way down to the 18-yard line. Great job by Cole Flint under pressure to get that ball off and pin the Wildcats back inside their own 20.
It's one thing just to get the punt off. It's another thing to be have it be a very successful punt like that. 6:42 to go. Alpena with the lead, 13-7. And they take over possession of the ball again.
We had mentioned earlier, Dan, big game in the Big North between TC West and TC Central. Central's undefeated, ranked 6th in Division 2 or 3 this year, so they have a great start. And West has played some tough teams. They lost their 1 and 2, but all downstate solid teams.
We're trying to get an update on a score on that, and if we do it, we'll pass it to you.
There's a sweep, and Logan Guthrie's got some space. He tries to cut it back, stiff-armed, and then he's brought out by Tip Baker right at the 45. Yeah, he is
so
tough to bring down.
So he goes from basically the 20-yard line inside of it to the 45. That's a 27-yard run by Guthrie right there.
Yep, and he made it look effortless.
He doesn't have breakaway speed, and the Vikings are able to chase him down. But he's solid.
Oh, yeah.
Just a solid athlete.
And you can see why a division, CMU is Division 1.
Yep. They're D1 school.
D1 school. So
that's a tough conference, and that conference has really had some solid football teams the last few years.
Oh, yeah. Okay, 1st and 10 from the 46 for the Wildcats. There's a give to right up the middle to Schultz.
Well defended right there. He gets maybe a yard and a half.
Owen Klaus and also Tip Baker in on the tackles for the Vikings.
Well, Alpena's huddling here. How about a big shout out to tonight's sponsors? We've got our presenting sponsor, Cadillac Casting. We have Fox Motors of Cadillac, LC Materials, Cadillac Tire, Douglas, and Pizza Plus. Thank you to those area businesses for helping us bring you tonight's broadcast.
And if you get a chance, tell them, when you're out and about. And here's a handoff to Sheldon. Sheldon with some speed around the left side, tries to jump over a tackler, but the Vikings string it out well.
You're right, Bill. The Vikings did string that out extremely well. Looked like it was going to be a little bit bigger play.
And Tip Baker was one of those in the tackle, but that was a whole team defensive effort to not let him cut it back.
Yeah, if you're out there and you're stopping into any of those sponsoring businesses, please just mention a big thank you. Certainly allows us to bring you some nice coverage, some great coverage here from Northern Michigan.
3rd down and 4, the Wildcats just into Viking territory. There's a handoff to Guthrie. The Vikings stop him for about 3. I don't think, no, he's short.
Yeah, he's going to be short. I think it would have been a bit better run. Kind of a mix-up in the backfield as Guthrie and quarterback there. Kind of just, the handoff just wasn't clean. They kind of ran into each other, and that'll give the Vikings an opportunity to stop them here.
Nick Warner, number 77, checks in for the Vikings.
So
And
right about on this place on the field here 5 minutes ago, Bill.
Oh, yeah.
4th and short, and off went Sheldon for 50 yards. We'll see what happens here.
4th and 2. Here comes Sheldon again.
Yep.
Sheldon's got the first down, and that's all he needed. He got a solid 3-4 yards. And the Vikings, on the tackle, Baker was one of them. But that's been an effective runner tonight, Bob Sheldon. We want to give a shout out to Brandon Swiger from Sydney, Ohio. Brandon is the uncle to Blake Swiger. So hello, Brandon. Hope you're doing well. 1st and 10. The give is to Guthrie. Guthrie following his blockers. We got a flag in the backfield. Could be a hold. 3:30 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Dan Gussert along with Bill Dooley bringing you the action from Veterans Memorial Stadium.
Bill, how's your family doing?
Everybody is doing wonderful, Dan. They're down in the Grand Rapids area, and son Joey is doing some good stuff with the Navy with the special ops.
Congratulations. I saw some nice things on Facebook about Joe there. Special ops.
Yeah.
Tough class to get through, and I've known Joey for a long time, since he was very young, and I've known all your kids, Bill, and you and your wife there, Terry, should be very proud of them. They're an awesome group of children, or I guess we call them young adults now, wouldn't
right?
we?
Yep, they're still our kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, Dan. All right, it is 1st and 20 on the penalty.
No, not much going there.
No, good job on that defensive right side. Dan, let's see if we can get a number. I want to say, I'm watching, that's Cole Flint was one of them in on it. There was some help,
and I think Baker coming up from the defensive backfield also. Cole Flint and Tip Baker, nice job on that, and certainly the whole defensive line right there, bringing up 2nd and 17.
I never did get to mention the assistant coaches for the Alpena Wildcats. We have Eric Mitchell, Steve Zahn, Robert Troy, Harry Guthrie, Lenny Avery, and Rick Volts. Okay, it is 2nd down and 17, just inside Viking territory. Here's a handoff to the right to Sheldon. Sheldon is met hard there and hanging on for dear life. That was number 60, Owen Klaus, with the huge hit.
Alpena's back there kind of led into that contact, but Klaus, right?
Oh, yeah.
I tell you what, he wasn't shy, and not only did he hit hard on that, he wrapped up, and that's great fundamental.
Yeah. Yeah, because Sheldon was ready to bounce off that and head out. So he, like I said, he hung on for dear life, and then his teammates helped him out there.
Okay, do we have a timeout on the field here, Bill?
Well, I don't know if it's officials.
We're getting a different football coming out.
Okay, because it's 3rd down and 12. There's nothing really.
Not sure why that would be, other than maybe we got a little bit of dew in the air tonight here. It's been very humid. We got the lights on, and sometimes in that early evening sky you get a little dew, and certainly here in Cadillac a lot of fog this morning.
Oh, big time. George Pilarski, number 68, leading the way up to the line. He's their center. And Anakin Sims. He'll
counterplay.
Sheldon.
Nicely read by the Vikings back there.
Almost, I thought I saw a fumble there for a second, but has there been a fumble tonight?
We saw the one that Baker had a few minutes ago, but the Vikings recovered it.
Right, okay,
but I
so
don't
that was
know as a turnover we've seen one that I can recall. 4th
one
and
interception.
6.
One interception right in the first play of the game for the Vikings, right?
Yeah.
That was it. Been a clean game.
So 4th and 6, I would imagine Alpena will go for it here. I don't see them punting from this spot of the field, Bill.
No, I don't think so.
This could be a huge play in this game. Alpena gets this first down, and it's they'll have the ball heading into the fourth quarter here in a minute.
They'll give it to Guthrie. Guthrie
He's
goes
not
low.
gonna make
Vikings stop him. So they're going to take over on their own 35-yard line. Good job defensively. I know Ryan Warner was in on that one.
Yep, Ryan Warner, big tackle right there, and Vikings take over on downs.
Dan, we have a second here. I want to thank Fred Bryant, our athletic director, and also Maddie Matson. Maddie is always very helpful in getting rosters and stuff to me, for the broadcast. So big thanks to Maddie Matson.
I saw Fred running around at halftime. We had some score clock issues here, everybody, at halftime. I think we saw Fred with a hammer and a screwdriver and a roll of duct tape heading somewhere.
That's right.
You got her up and running, though.
Vikings take over. Tip Baker's going to keep it. He's got some space. He lowers the head, and he gets about 8 yards on a great run.
Yeah, he delivered the hit right there to number 30 for Alpena. And that would have been Zach. Yeah, Zach felt that one.
Yes. Great run there with 44 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Vikings trying to get a drive going of their own to tie or take the lead.
So we're at 30 seconds to go here. Big play right here, second and short.
Baker's going to do the same thing. He's got the first down all the way to midfield.
Once again going left.
He's not even hesitating. Nope. He sees something there in the defense.
Well, that's that read option. The Vikings run really well, and Tip's job on that is to read the defense and either keep it, make the pitch, make the handoff. And he's just a great decision maker with that.
He is one of the captains on the team, junior, and the other captain is Alec Barshevsky, the junior, and then you have Ethan Pritchard and Ryan Cox. So it is 15 seconds to go right at midfield. Baker's going to keep it, and he's got some space there, tiptoes down the line, taken down hard.
You know what, Bill? You can see a really smart decision right there by, I got to get a number here for the Vikings. Alex Barshevsky. He was the pitch man on that, realized he wasn't going to get the pitch, and stepped forward and made a lead block and allowed Baker to get another 3 yards on that.
Yeah.
Smart playing.
Those two work so well together on hold and pitching it. I mean, a lot of times you're thinking there's no way he's going to pitch it, and it's in his hands instantly. It's hard as a defensive player to read that. Second down and 4. This time they will pitch to Barshevsky, and he lowers his shoulder, and he's got a first down.
First down with 2.9 seconds to go. The Vikings go out of bounds, so I think that'll keep this clock stopped. We'll have one more play before we're going to take a short break.
Yes.
So get your feet ready to get to the fridge and a sandwich, everybody at home here.
All right, it is 13-7. The Alpena Wildcats with the lead. The Vikings, like I said, one more play. They got Wild split out to the left. And Tip Baker under center. That's Ethan Pritchard, number 65, the center for the Vikings. In motion is Barshevsky. There's a give up the middle. Still with the ball, finally going down with Connon, number 44, falling on you. Don't want that to happen too many times.
That's the end of the third quarter.
All right, so with the score 13-7, Dan and I will be back with the fourth quarter action in just a moment. You are watching high school football action on 26 Sports and CCTV. We'll be right back.